Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Martina. I have just completed this journal and I cannot wait to share it with you. The name of it is Boudoir of Dreams. What a name. I had to call it that way because when I saw this wallpaper, which I have used to decorate the cover, it's called Boudoir. And therefore it got this name. You might know a boudoir is an old French name for the dressing room of a lady. And this is also the theme of this journal. So there are, inside the journal, there are some vintage elements, vintage fashion elements. There are some rose elements, floral elements. It's all quite feminine, elegant, still romantic, and I think enough of the words. Let's just have a closer look and I'm going to show you the details. I have used this, as I said, really pretty wallpaper, which is in a light bluish, greenish, teal tone and has this vintage ornaments on it in gold. So it looks really pretty, and because of that I stayed away from further decorating the cover besides this collage which I have done, adding together some doily, a vintage doily, an applique, little crochet flower which I did, and a button with a rhinestone. Of course, the edge of the journal has been also decorated with trim and ruffle. This ruffle has been coffee dyed, and I did also a vintage lace or vintage doily which I had cut on the back side. It's closed with a ribbon from ivory sari silk, and I'm going to open it. Inside the journal you will find envelopes, you will find flip outs, many tags, journaling cards, all these cuties, all these goodies which you expect in a journal. Have a look. It opens like this. It has a slight alligator mouth, but not too bad. In total, it has more than 130 pages, and I give you the dimensions before we go into the inner beauty of it. It's 6.9 inches times 4.5 inches times 2.4 inches, and in centimeters this means 17.5 times 11.5 times 6 centimeters. Okay, let's open it. You will find in this journal, as I mentioned, envelopes and, but you will also find, I think, a total of 3 little notebooks, and it starts already with a notebook, and this is the one. So it carries the picture of 2 ladies in a wonderful dress and a sewing machine on the other side. It's closed with a bow of chiffon, and inside there is a very little pocket, and inside these pockets there are 2 pictures or 2 drawings from a vintage fashion magazine. It's a copy from the 1890s, which I have coffee dyed, and I also have coffee dyed the pages, coffee or eco dyed the pages in this little journal. So there is some writing space or place for further decorating, and this journal sits beneath a brocade bow, a brocade belly band in corresponding blue-green tones, which you will find throughout the journal. What I also did, and what I love to do, is making some ruffles, and some or most of the ruffles, or let's say all of the ruffles, are from silk. Most of them are ones which I have hand dyed, and you can identify those easily because they are the ones which have several colors on it. So this is one of the first ones, or this is the first one, and it sits on the cover page of the first signature. This journal has 3 signatures in total, and as I think I said it already, more than 130 pages back and forth. So opening the first pocket here, you see a journaling card and a tag and it also has fashion elements. And this first, this inside cover of the first signature is being backed with some coffee dyed and color dyed page which I did. Here there is an envelope which is being made from gift paper. It can be opened like this. Turn, turn, turn. It's made expandable, so there is some place to put in more things. And inside there are two smaller journaling cards. Most of the journaling cards or tags I have sewn. Not all, but most. Then this is coffee dyed paper, and I did some stenciling here or stamping there. The next pocket is from cotton lace or cotton trim in pink, and there are two journaling cards, and this one I have done in a collage, so I added vintage book paper plus some design paper on digital paper and glued it all together, and I have put some varnish on top of this so that it doesn't tear. There's a little ruffle on the top. Some pretty rose paper here, which I have stenciled on the back side, also with some flowers in this green and pink tones, and a pink ruffle over here. A nice decoration with a coffee dyed picture of a bird. This is a flip out. Yeah, there are some flip outs in this journal as well, I forgot to mention. And journaling cards. Coffee dyed paper. This is a vintage book paper. It is from a Latin-German dictionary. Wonderful trim in a leaf pattern. On the back side, a tuck spot and a journaling card. A little cute little mini envelope which has been attached with a paper clip, and inside tiny, I don't know, do you call it journaling cards or stamps, whatever. They are really cute and tiny, and I put this back later in order not to spend too much time. I did some very light stamping here. Probably you cannot see it, but it's a chandelier and it's a parfum flacon. This is a self-dyed paper with a little lace, some stamping over here, a pocket, and inside this pocket there are further pictures or drawings from this fashion magazine, and it shows some dresses, some embroidery, a bag, a handbag, different things which all have to do with fashion, a dressing room or a boudoir. Again, one of the ruffles, coffee dyed paper. This is a little decoration, but it's also a secret pocket, because inside this decoration there is some room to hide something, and what I what I put inside is this little tag. Some of you might know, some of you who have seen my channel might know that I'm currently very much into these kind of flip out pockets, because you can flip it out like this, but it still is a pocket. And if you have a journaling card like I have here with some ruffles, you can insert it, and then you can still see the ruffle, and it looks very pretty, I think. Again, this vintage book paper. This is one of the flip out things with some window and a journaling card which you can take out. Some flip outs, and all of the flip outs, they do carry journaling cards or tags. Another pocket and another journaling card with a pretty rose motif. Coffee dyed lace. A little pocket, small pocket with a longer journaling card which carries a silk ruffle from sari silk and some trim, and a very tiny tag which I have created by putting on or sewing on some leftover lace scraps, and I think it looks so pretty with this pink tones and white so that it belongs here in this boudoir dressing room journal. That's the end of the first signature. We come to number 2. And here you see this is the picture of a vintage lady, or a vintage picture of a lady, and I added some gold waxing around it so to make it even prettier, and it can be flipped out like this. Again, there is one of the silk ruffles which I did here. On the back side there is a tag. There is a tag and a journaling card. And this, of course, is now, let's say, the teal or blue section of this book, because there are several things in this color scheme. Some lace. This is coffee dyed plus color dyed plus gesso embossed and gold waxed piece of paper. And it looks so pretty because when you turn it, you see the embossing and you also see the gold wax, and also on the back side it has a nice pattern. Some light stamping over here with a pretty trim. Here again some teal blue paper. A pocket out of vellum because I wanted to see the wonderful rose, make it still visible. And here I have 2 tags. On the opposite side, doily, a paper doily, which I have avocado dyed to give it this, pink tone. Here there's some lace, and behind it there's a belly band and there's a journaling card. Again, this vintage book paper, some pretty paper on this side, again in this blue greenish tone. Lace again. Here there's a small tuck spot with a longer journaling card, which also has a little lace, and it's exactly the same lace like I have sewn on here. Yeah, this paper, this is coffee dyed, and during the drying process, I have put on some a doily, a crochet doily, and it left these marks, and it looks so pretty. It's in a kind of a flower motif, and I was really proud because it's the first one which I did this way. Yeah, we come again to this flip out thing which I explained before, like this, with a nice tag, some nice sari silk ruffle, and on the next page there is a paper clip which I have created by collaging different papers together and adding some trim, and it has stuck on a little notebook, and this notebook has 2 strips of paper which are coffee dyed and which you can use to write down further things, secret things, whatever. So it's a cute little notebook, one of the 3 which we have inside this journal. Now we turn to the next page, and here, I have a new hobby. I have become fond of doing tag books. That's the name, tag books. And I've done a tag book especially for this journal. And it consists of 3 tags which are being bound together. And all of the tags I have created by gluing different kind of paper, old book paper, vintage paper, some of the wallpaper which I've used for the cover, and it looks so nice. I think it looks really gorgeous. I'm really in love, and I have also varnished it so that it's resistant to tear, resistant against tearing. And there's the other notebook I mentioned, and the notebook has been attached by a paper clip which is also created by me. And this notebook is just some pieces of scrap paper which I have put together, and all of them are coffee dyed. So there is a little bit more room for journaling. I put it back later. There's a little picture of some ladies in their fashion, and behind pocket which carries some smaller tags, decoration on this side, again this vintage book paper, here a nice pocket with 2 journaling cards, flower motifs in this reddish and yellow color, which correspond nicely to this page on the opposite side, which carries a silk ruffle which I have hand dyed. And now, almost at the end of the second signature, there is a journaling card which carries the picture of a jewelry which was in fashion during the Art Nouveau epoch. I think it's a brooch. And I thought it nicely fits into this whole topic. So, what I wanted to show you as well is that I have further decorated the spine, the inside of the spine, by adding some lace. So this whole spine carries some nice lace. Now we come to signature number 3. And there I have added a very nice trim, very big and very precious. And it's backed with some old music paper. Again, this is one of the decoration which I've put on a self-dyed piece of paper. It's gesso, it's embossed, and it's gold waxed. And on the back side, what you see is this cute, pretty little dress. I love it. I love it when I look at it, and the music paper is visible from behind. I think it's perfect. On the opposite side, again, some light stamping with some words in old writing. Some pink lace, some pretty paper which has a rose gold tone. Again, some other pretty trim. Another pocket which carries this cute little boot with a rose. And of course, because it's a pocket, there are several smaller tags behind and a ruffle. And on the back side, another envelope. And inside this envelope, there is a card with some roses. So, another nice trim. Another nice trim with flowers and mini ruffles, cute little mini ruffles. On the back side there is some double layered trim and 2 tags, stamping, birds, again some lace, another pocket from vellum, and behind it there is from this fashion magazine, the copy, and it says La Mode Illustrée. So it's a French one, obviously, and because boudoir is a French term, therefore it's inside here. This is on the opposite side. There is a paper bag which carries 2 tags, which I have done by embossing and decoupaging and adding some glitter. And on the next side there is a pocket, and in this pocket there is a journaling card in these wonderful pink tones. But this pocket can also be expanded, and then it's a wonderful motif from a digital paper. And it shows, of course, some ladies in their fashion, and it says laces, ribbons, and the rest I cannot read. Another pocket from this paper bag, which has a little rose in there. Bird, some paper in blue, some trim in a blue tone. Another pocket, which has a tag, It's roses, coffee dyed paper, and I think this is the last pocket. No, it's not the last pocket, but almost. And it carries 3 tags, and they sit on in a little pocket which I have created by embossing the things. And here's another pocket, and it has another one of those very pretty pink toned journaling cards. A belly band which has another journaling card. That's the end of the 3rd signature, and on the inside of the back side of this journal there is the last journaling card, and the journaling card shows a motif from Alphonse Mucha, an Art Nouveau artist, and I have put on some gold waxing and have done some wild sewing around it. And it sits behind a trim which I have coffee dyed in order to make it a little bit more muted and more in tone and in tune with this very pretty paper, digital paper, not digital, design paper which I have used here. I think it's Stamperia. So that is Boudoir of Dreams. A cute little, no, not so little, but a cute, elegant, romantic, feminine journal. And I hope that you liked it, and if you do, and if you liked what you have seen, then please subscribe or give it a thumbs up or do both. And of course this is available in my Etsy shop, and I hope to see you soon. Have a nice day, and bye bye, Martina.